Hello students, I am Dr. Girish. Let's focus on the MCQ, that is multiple choice questions, which are based on the non-fiction, that is to youth, which is written by Sardar Bhagat Singh. Question number 1. The original title of essay to youth is, and the options are Yuvak, Young India, Yuva or Tarun, and the correct answer is Yuvak. As this essay was written in Hindi and it was named as Yuvak. So the original title of essay to youth is Yuvak. Question number 2. Sardar Bhagat Singh used to write motivational articles under which pseudonyms? And the options are Balwant Singh, Ranjit, Vidrohi and the D, all above. Pseudonym means under the nickname or different name, and the correct option is all above. Means Sardar Bhagat Singh used to write motivational articles in order to hide his identity from the British rule under these three different pseudonyms, that is Balwant Singh, Ranjit and Vidrohi. Question number 3. Bhagat Singh's father belonged to which political movement? A. Congress, B. Akali Dal, C. Gadar and D. HSRA, and the correct answer is Gadar party or Gadar political movement, which was very popular in those days. Question number 4. Bhagat Singh is also known as fill in the blanks of India. Which honor is bestowed on Bhagat Singh? A. Lokmanya, B. Shahid-e-Azam, C. Mahatma and D. Swatantraveer, and the correct answer is Shahid-e-Azam. Question number 5. Bhagat Singh was hanged on date in 1931. The options are 23rd March, 21st April, C. 22nd June or D. 21st March, and the correct option is 23rd March. Now this MCQ can be framed even in different way. That is, Bhagat Singh was hanged on 23rd March and the paper setter may ask you in which year. So you have to keep into mind 23rd March as well as 1931, the year of death penalty to Bhagat Singh. Question number 6. Bhagat Singh was hanged in which jail? Options are Lahore, Delhi, Amritsar and D. Chandigarh. And the correct answer is Lahore. Bhagat Singh was hanged in Lahore jail. Question number 7. Bhagat Singh was deeply hurt by which incident or incidents? The first one, Jallianwala Bagh massacre, B. Gurudwara Nankana massacre, C. Both, or D. None of the above. And the correct option is both. Bhagat Singh was deeply hurt by Jallianwala Bagh massacre as well as Gurudwara Nankana massacre. Question number 8. Bhagat Singh founded which social youth organization? And the options are HSRA, Naujawan Bharat Sabha, C. Gadar Party and D. Congress. And the answer is Naujawan Bharat Sabha. Question number 9. Dash and Bhagat Singh threw 2 bombs in the Central Legislative Assembly. Who was his co-worker in this revolutionary act? And the options are A. Batukeshwar Dutt, B. Rajguru, C. Sukhdev, and D. Chandrasekhar Azad. Now student may misunderstood this question because Rajguru and Sukhdev, these are the two names which are constantly associated with Bhagat Singh. But you have to keep into mind that in this revolutionary act, Batukeshwar Dutt was the co-worker, or you can say the participant in this revolutionary act. Question number 10. Bhagat Singh gave which slogan? A. Jai Hind, B. Inqilab Jindabad, C. Quit India, and D. Jai Jawan Jai Kisan. And the correct answer is Inqilab Jindabad, long live revolution. That was a slogan which was coined by Bhagat Singh. Question number 11. Youth is dash dash season in human life. A. Spring, B. Autumn, C. Summer, D. Rainy. And the correct answer is spring. Question number 12. Youth is compared with A. Bomb in the revolutionary's pocket, B. Loaded revolver under conspirator's belt, C. Sword in the hand of lover of war, and D. All above. And the correct answer is all above. Means Sardar Bhagat Singh compared youth with all these three things. Question number 13. Bhagat Singh compared youth's power with A. Hurricane, B. Tempest, C. Volcano, and D. All above. Those students who missed the first video, I have already given you the link in the section below. So you are requested to go through the first video which I posted on Sardar Bhagat Singh in order to get the correct answer. And the correct answer is all above. Question number 14. According to Bhagat Singh, the world is ruled by which type of people? A. Rich, B. Young, C. Crazy, D. Old. And the correct option is young. The world is ruled by young people. Question number 15. Dash dash is or are in the hands of youth. The options are A. Upliftment of the downtrodden, B. Redemption of the world, C. Both, and D. None of the above. And the correct answer is that is both. Upliftment of the downtrodden as well as redemption of the world are in the hands of youth. Question number 16. Bhagat Singh refers to which American youth leader in his essay to youth? And the options are A. Abraham Lincoln, B. B.T. Washington, C. Patrick Henry, and D. Martin Luther King. And the correct answer is Patrick Henry. Question number 17. According to Patrick Henry, though life outside the jail was fill in the blanks, life within the walls of the jail was fill in the blanks, because there it is paid as the price of the freedom struggle. This is the tricky question, and you have to be very careful about answering this one. And the options are priceless, precious, precious, priceless, and C. Useful, useless, and D. Useless, useful. And the correct answer is precious, priceless. Question number 18. When a government becomes destructive of the natural right of man, it is the man's duty to dash it. The options are to follow it, B. Obey, C. Destroy, and D. Assist. And the correct answer is to destroy it. Question number 19. To Youth was originally written in which language? To Youth is a translated version of the original essay, and it was written in which language? And options are Hindi, B. Punjabi, C. Urdu, and D. Marathi. And the correct option is Hindi. It was originally written in Hindi language. Question number 20. Bhagat Singh's Yuak was published in which periodicals in 1925? A. Kirti, B. Saptahik Matwala, C. Veer Arjun, and D. Kesari. And the correct option is Saptahik Matwala. This was the periodical in which the original essay Yuak was published in 1925. Question number 21. Which mythological figures are used by Bhagat Singh in the essay To Youth? The options are A. Bhishma, B. Ravana, C. Prahlad, and D. All above. And the correct answer is all above. Means Bhagat Singh used Bhishma for his determination, Ravana for his arrogance, and C. Prahlad for his satyagraha. And all these three mythological figures are used by Bhagat Singh in his essay. Question number 22. Bhagat Singh is renowned as the idol for Indian youth because of, and the options are his sacrifice for nation, B. his views on youth, C. his strong determination, and D. all above. And the answer is all above. Bhagat Singh is renowned and remembered for his sacrifice for nation, his views on youth, his strong determination as well. Question number 23. Which age group is mentioned by Bhagat Singh as youth in his essay? Options are A. 18 to 28, B. 20 to 30, C. 16 to 25, and D. 21 to 31. And the answer is 16 to 25. This is an age group which is mentioned as youth in his essay. The concluding question. What did Bhagat Singh advise Indian youth through his essay? Options are A. Wake up from slumber, B. Fight for independence, C. Both A and B, and D. None of the above. And the correct answer is both A and B. Bhagat Singh appealed Indian youth to wake up from the slumber as well as to fight for independence. Students, this was all about the MCQs on this non-fiction which is written by Bhagat Singh. If you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe this channel, that is Girish Sir's Vitamin E, for the entire syllabus coverage. Thank you.